This is Dropping Hints.
I'm Alex.
I'm Silas.
In this podcast, you'll catch a glimpse of our everyday conversations.
With that, we're going to talk about some TV shows today.
Yeah.
Some TV shows.
Good old television.
Affectionately we refer to as trash TV.
I wonder, first of all, I wonder how many people actually watch TV.
I wonder how many people actually listen to our podcast.
I wonder how many people listen to our podcast. But I wonder how many people watch TV. Because in our family, there's a lot of TV watching that goes on.
If somebody's heart is beating, the TV's on.
Right. Even if a cat's heart is beating, the TV's on.
The cats do
just
watch
so
TV.
because they like to watch it when we're not home.
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder how much TV is watched by, random people
the rest
from day
of the
to
people.
day.
Yeah.
Is it they consume more other types of media like YouTube or Netflix or whatever
streaming
else, streaming
and movies,
services.
and got to stream that HBO Max for the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, but it's like back in the day when you didn't have all these streaming services, you just had daytime television.
Daytime television. Yeah.
You would turn to watch trash shows sometimes.
Trash shows. So
like, what are we talking about?
Give some
here?
examples. Yeah, we're talking Untold Stories of the ER.
Yeah.
We're talking Hoarding Buried Alive. We're talking Monsters Inside Me. And we're talking Infested. And I mean, among
My Strange Addiction.
My Strange Addiction. Yeah, we turned on My Strange Addiction one time recently, and it was somebody who's like, my addiction is, okay, I don't know, I'm not good. It was a lame addiction.
Yeah.
For the show, they were like, my addiction is I'm addicted to being a twin. I'm addicted to being twins with my sister, and I was like.
And they're like, we do everything the same everywhere. I was like,
I looked at you
really
and I was
annoying.
like, I turn on My Strange Addiction to see people eat styrofoam. What am I looking at here?
And then the next episode
was
somebody
a lady who eats mattresses. And I was like, that's what I'm looking
the foam
for.
out of the mattresses. And you're like, finally, like some quality
just shows
trash
what kind
TV.
of depravity society has sunk into when we are consuming not when we are consuming media. I'm saying when we are consuming media of people who are eating
styrofoam.
Dirt,
there was one, someone who ate dirt,
rocks. Literally, it's just eating things. Usually, that's what My Strange Addiction is about. So that one's like that one's like the trashiest of all trash.
What makes it so that when you see that you're like, yes, like finally?
It's just I think it's the same. I think it's the same vibe and the same thing as like, like the. Not a personal attack on the people on My Strange Addiction, but it's like the old timey like circus acts, like a freak show where there would be like weird things. It's basically like that because it comes on the same channel as there used to be this show that was basically like it was marketing itself as a freak show. I think it was called Oddities. And it was obviously it was just oddities. It was just weird things like people who like either collect like creepy dolls or like, people who just have strange like hobbies, people who have like, people who are like amateur morticians or something like that. People who eat like
taxidermy.
Yeah, taxidermy, like, people who taxidermy like different animals together. All this just odd stuff where you're like, that's just like unusual. So I think that it's that vibe where people see it and they're like, oh, like this is like do
you get like a dopamine
circus
spike when you see a real like this person eating styrofoam?
I do not. I get a reverse dopamine spike. I think dopamine is actively sucked out of my system when I see that because it just makes me go, oh, how are you? First off, how are you even still alive? You've been eating mattresses for 13 years.
Yeah.
Like, second, like, I don't even know what to say.
Makes you lose all hope in humanity.
It makes me lose. I've already lost. I don't have any hope in humanity at this point, obviously. But like,
sounds like you need a new hope.
His name is Jesus. But the help me, Jesus Christ, you're my only hope. It's true.
I mean, Obi-Wan is the Jesus of Star Wars. So yeah, Anyway.
Well, in look, anyways.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's
and everything else that he does.
Well, I mean, Anakin is literally born of a virgin, so I mean,
yeah, it's tough to beat.
Anakin is the chosen one, child conceived by the Force, which is the Holy Spirit, and then
All right, yeah, good point. You got me.
Yeah, I mean, I gotcha. Haha, gotcha.
Let us know what you think.
Let us know what you think down in the comments. Maybe Yoda is actually Jesus.
Yeah. We have to read the comments for them to.
We have to read you have to leave the comments. Leave it. Maybe you think it's. Maybe you think it's Kanan Jarrus. Maybe you think it's Cal Kestis.
Yeah.
You don't know who any of these people are, but there are other cool Star Wars characters.
I think some people know who those people are.
If you know who Cal Kestis is, you're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Ethan, if you're listening, I know you know who Cal Kestis is. Somebody else besides you.
You have to name drop people on the podcast. Are we going to be that type of podcast?
He's our brother.
All right. Well, back to, watching trash TV, okay? There's definitely a lot of trash TV. There still is. Okay?
Yes.
But there's some diamonds in the rough, okay?
That are aired alongside trash TV.
And you might confuse them for each other. But they're different. So, excuse us. Our cat is just like going insane right now.
Come hit a child.
He just wanted to be part of the episode. This is their first time appearance. So, welcome to the show, Mr. Simba. He's just gonna want to jump up here.
He freaks out every now and again, and he
put him up here. We'll get more views for it. Put it as a thumbnail.
Just like a baby.
He'll increase our viewership.
The thumbnail. This is the thumbnail.
Yeah, he's not even looking. That's fine.
It's okay. It's just like a here. So what we were gonna say is
there's some good ones in there.
Particularly, how it's made.
How it's made. I saw how it's made the other day, and it was how it's made. Chickens. Chickens. Yeah. How it's made. Chickens.
Particularly, it was hatchery chicks. So, the chicks that you go to, not the chicks that you check out, the chicks that you go to and you see I'm going to go buy a chicken from the store, like a dead chicken, like meat.
Poultry.
I'm going to go buy poultry from the store. And, obviously that chicken has to come from somewhere. Or eggs, yeah. So there's,
So they have hatcheries. So the way that this was really fascinating, like seeing them first they incubate the eggs, then they let the eggs hatch, and then they're just chucking around their chicks.
They're literally
just
going
throwing
down
them
chutes
on conveyor belts, and the chicks are just on the right of their
wow,
lives.
That's so horrible, but I do like chicken.
But then chicks are just oh, what's going on? Okay. They're unfazed
cool.
by it.
Unfazed.
So. But yeah, there's that. How it's made is definitely
how it's made. I always think that how it's made is the sister of oh wait, I thought you said something else when you said how it's made. I thought
no, we're still on how it's made.
We'll get there. Yeah, we're still on how it's made. What were we gonna say? I've derailed
I think that how it's made is a great show because one, I'm very curious about how stuff is made. Two, I find it fascinating to learn about these things, and 3, it's just relaxing to listen to the guy narrate all these different processes.
And it's so perfectly and concisely put.
Can you do an example? I don't know, to put you on the spot.
So they were making bicycle.
First of all, there's some elevator music, some real smooth, just relaxing just in the background. Yeah. Yeah, it's just wow, okay, cool. We're gonna do something cool here. It's 2005 cool, but still, it's all right.
The leather is pressed into flat sheets and cut out through stencils. The seamstress makes sure to leave extra wide margins, just in case. Next, the leather is blanched in a hot water bath at precisely 102 degrees Fahrenheit. This softens the leather and allows it to be molded more easily for the next step. Finally, the leather is applied to the bicycle seat. A worker uses a mallet to hammer it into place with rivets. The rivets are then flattened down and sanded. Finally, the bicycle seat is stamped with the company logo. And now, this guy's ready to ride.
That was perfect.
It's always like a.
That was perfect.
Like a little punchline at the end. Man. Where it's like, no matter what you're doing, this is sure to be a wonderful time. It's like.
Yeah, they always have like this cheesy tagline at the end, but that was pretty spot on. Like impersonation, I guess, of the announcer guy doing it. Yeah. So, but this show ran. The earliest episodes I've seen is like from 2002.
Yeah.
And it's still running today. So
same format. Probably same, maybe different announcer. I don't know, but same.
I don't know if this is on Netflix, but look for it on Netflix, on Amazon, wherever you watch shows. Look for How It's Made, and you can binge watch How It's Made, and actually learn some stuff.
Like the like you can learn how something is made. Like each thing is like 5 minutes, approximately. Yeah. It's like a 5-minute segment, and then they go to commercial, and then they come back for another 5-minute segment, another thing, and then it's a commercial. So each 30-minute episode has 4 things that they teach you how they're made.
Yeah.
And it can be anything, like we said, from bicycle seats to tires to rocking chairs, shovels.
They made a miniature car on one episode.
I was gonna say they make complicated ones too,
like boats,
surfboards, paddle boards.
It doesn't have to just be like, oh, how is chickens made, like, or how is a bicycle seat made?
Aluminum cans. Or like just soda, anything. This is probably water.
They also do foods too.
Yeah, they do foods. They can be foods. Like, we saw one the other day that was peanut butter.
Yeah,
they can do peanut butter bubble gum. They can do anything. Yeah. Anything. Yeah. And I think that a sister show to How It's Made, I would always say, is Modern Marvels. Mm-hmm. I think Modern Marvels is like they take one thing from How It's Made, basically, in a sense, and then they like spend an hour talking about it. So one Modern Marvels is like my favorite one, the one that I remember the most. It's like Hot and Spicy, where they talk all about like making super spicy food, super hot food. The Scoville units. That's where I learned about it when it was like 2015. I used to watch Modern Marvels all the time because it would come on right with How It's Made. It would be How It's Made for a little while, and then Modern Marvels, and I would just watch them. I would just leave the TV on. Yeah, always. It was either that or it was on Criminal Minds. It was one of those three things.
Yeah. What do you like? 14 years old and watching Criminal Minds and How It's Made and Modern Marvels. Nice.
And then when that's on a commercial, I just flip it over to the serial killers.
Yeah, nice. Investigation, discovery, whatever.
Yeah.
What is going on? So Modern Marvels. Modern Marvels, not Modern Marbles or whatever I tried to say.
How It's Made Marbles.
How It's Made Marbles. Both of those shows are great educational television. I tell you, if you're curious about stuff, I can't speak today.
If you out there are a courier
about stuff, if you're a courier,
if you're a mail courier,
if you like curry, if you are curious about things, then these are the shows to watch, because you'll learn random things that you can just spice up your conversations with and be like, you never guess what I learned how to do the other day.
You wouldn't believe. I
learned how to make a bicycle seat.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how many times I've been able to say.
I learned how chickens are made.
Right. Like you'll just find yourself being like, so I was watching Modern Marvels the other day.
The Modern Marvels with the tanks. I like that one.
Modern Marvels with the tanks.
Yeah, and they're classifying all the tanks. And that's, I don't know.
The legendary tanks of the Shermans and the Tigers and the Panthers. Panzer. There was a Panther and there was a Panzer.
Those German tanks were
no joke.
Pretty insane.
They were like
steel, like a couple inches thick.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a topic for another day. But I mean,
but in between the binging of those trash shows like Hoarding, Buried Alive, Infested, and whatever else, throw in some good ones like How It's Made in Modern Marvels.
Yeah, make sure that you get some.
You'll be glad you did.
Yeah, they're really great. Make sure that you watch some educational television. Make sure that you just what else can you really do with your life? Just make sure that you. Yeah, but that's what we're here for. We're here to give you good recommendations about wonderful. I didn't ask you to do anything, Siri. Yeah, I know you don't know what. Get out of here. Anyways.
All right, this is.
That's all we got. Yeah. Simba, thank you for joining us. Can you hear him purr? It purr.
Yeah, we'll boost that part.
We'll boost that part. He's happy. He's real happy. Thank you for joining us today when we talked about some trash TV and some really great educational television. Make sure you check out. He's usually very happy. Make sure you check out some TV. Some good things will come if you watch Modern Marvels and how it's made. We'll see you there. And now, we're ready to roll.